This is LP Giobbi.
Listen up, children.
You are listening to Femme House Radio.
I said listen up, children.
On Diplo's Revolution, Sirius XM.
A wonderful night is made as much by the dancers as the music. Guided as much by the spirit of joy in the room as by the hand which reaches for the next record. Each of us has a role in tonight's experience. We all play in the band.
This is LP Giobbi, and I founded Femme House, a 501c3 foundation and educational platform that teaches the technical areas of music making for women, non-binary, trans, and other marginalized gender identities. Every week, I will be interviewing and spotlighting women in music while bringing you the best dance tunes from around the world. Jaguar has a hand in pretty much every sector of the music industry, from radio production to working with Mixmag Lab in London to party promoter to writer, presenter, and of course as a DJ both in Radio 1 and across Europe, pushing the rave to the next level. She is a positive and unstoppable force. Even given all these accomplishments at such a young age, my favorite thing about this powerful woman is that she's at the forefront of actively changing the landscape of this industry into a more equal playing field. And there is no one with a more energetic life force who is capable of stepping up and becoming a leader like Jaguar.
Oh my God.
First of all, massive congrats on the big announcement that you'll be on Radio 1 every Thursday night at 10 p.m. with Radio 1 Dance Introducing with Jaguar. This is huge for the dance community. Is this a wild dream come true for you?
Oh my gosh. First of all, that intro, I'm speechless.
Queen, you are a queen.
You're a queen. Yeah, I'm really, honestly, it's like the biggest honour of my life to be moving to Thursdays at 10 on Radio 1. Like it's I still can't really believe it. Like they literally told me the day before it was announced, so that wasn't that long ago. I'm still kind of in shock, but I feel ready and I'm really excited.
Well, huge congrats. I know that you are ready to fill those shoes. It's a very big deal. So you have been integral to the careers of some of my favorite artists, Tisha, Prospa, India Jordan, and Blueprint, to name a few. And your iconic BBC Introducing Dance highlights and showcases the next wave of emerging electronic producers in the UK. How do you discover new artists and new music?
Ooh, wow. I mean, I suppose the way it works with Introducing, the show, and Introducing is a platform we use in the UK. It's literally a big database of music. Anyone can upload any genre. As long as you've got a UK address, then go for it. And artists just upload. So in the sort of dance music box that you tick when you tick your genres, I go into that every week. Pick out the best bits. Download.
Wow.
I probably download 40 tracks a week, but we probably listen to about 650. Well, I listen to 650 a week for the show.
You are mad. Kidding me.
No.
That's... Wait, how many hours does that take you?
It takes a while. I try and get through it on Mondays and Fridays, so it's not so much at one time, but it's a lot of music.
I spend one day crate digging a week, and it's like my entire day. I'm listening to promos sent to me as well, and it's crazy how exhausting that can be sometimes. I mean, It's obviously the biggest treat ever to listen to music all day, but it's, ear fatigue is real.
Yeah, it's a lot, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to listen to anything today because yesterday I listened to 700 tracks, so I'm just going to put on nothing or white noise. And
that is fair. I love white noise. So what is your origin story? How did you become a woman who wears literally 1,000 different fabulous hats?
Good question. I don't know. I think I'm quite curious or quite adventurous, so when I just find something that excites me, I really do like to pursue it and have a go, I suppose. So but I think with this, I've always just loved music, and then I think it's another thing about living in Alderney is we have all these German bunkers from World War II, and we have raves in these bunkers. So when I was 14, I would sneak out to these. I say sneak out, but then someone would be like, "I saw your daughter," to my dad. "I saw your daughter at this rave last night," and he'd be like, "Did you go?" And I'm like, "No, that wasn't me." Obviously, it was me, so it wasn't really. Anyway, so that that got me into going out and stuff. And then when I went to uni in Leeds, in the north of England, that's when I kind of started realizing, oh, this track is this, and learning about electronic music as a whole. Really started to go out a lot more and and then I discovered radio at uni, and that's how I kind of really got into everything through student radio, doing my Friday night show. And then I interned with Radio 1 and the BBC when I was 19, and that was kind of the start of like, oh shit, you can actually work in radio. Like I met Annie Mac for the first time, and just, you know, all these things, and I was like, I have to do this. So that I was really lucky to have applied for that and got that internship, because it was the most influential thing that's ever happened to me. And yeah, here we are.
Good for you. Congrats. I remember, I mean, even, you know, being very much an American, and I was working for a concert promoter right out of college, and I remember discovering Annie Mac. And she's one of the first female DJs that I could name, you know, that I knew, like, who was, like, actually a thing. And I became just, like, obsessed with her. And, like, on my dream board, still to this day, it was, like, just have Annie Mac know who you are. Like, that's that's a goal. And then I saw that she's retiring, and I was like, well, miss that. But, I mean, she was one of the first, like, that was such a big deal to me, to know that she existed and that she was so visually represented, and that, like, maybe that could be something, you know, you could be a DJ, too. I mean, it's huge how big and far and huge BBC Radio 1's reaches. Like, this is such a big deal that you're there, and also so important on so many levels. I'm just so impressed that you've figured out how to do it.
Yeah, thanks. I mean,
it's really cool.
I kind of made it up as I went along and was told no for basically the whole time, but you just got to be persistent, is what I've learned.
Yes, you do. Also, you know what, I feel like all the, like, the DJs who I love, like, their stories are always like, I discovered raving when I was like 10 and 14. I would, like, sneak out to the club. I'm like, dude, I was, like, studying jazz piano performance, and, like, I was, like, in, like, played clarinet in bands, and, like, you know, piano and jazz bands, and, like, I didn't discover dance music until so fucking late in my life.
When did you discover
So I'm always, it's so like, damn, I wish I would have been one of those people. I mean, the first time I went to see a DJ, I was 22 or 3. And
Okay.
I went to the show, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I literally was like looking for, I was like, where's the band? I was like, I didn't understand conceptually that the music was coming out of a USB stick, you know? Didn't understand. I was like, what the, and actually I had a friend who's like now a really successful agent. He was standing next to me, and he was like breaking down dance music for me. And I had spent the last, 4 years in college intellectualizing jazz music. Like, I knew what scales to play over what, but it was like all in my head. And this guy, maybe he was on acid, maybe not. He was just like breaking down music for like, it's for your body, it's not for your mind. Like, it's like this meditative thing. And I was just like, I haven't experienced music like this in years. It was really cool. I mean, it changed my life, but I kind of was like late to the game, and then had to like learn what dance music was. And like, and also in Europe, it's like having to learn that side of things, which is like kind of like the real dance music, It's been a trip. So have you been out to the U.S. a bunch and like, gone to any shows in Chicago?
I've been to Austin for South by Southwest like 2019, and I played a gig.
No way!
Yeah, I played a gig. It was so fun.
Yes! What did you think? I mean, Austin during South by is like fucking insane, but what did you think of it?
Yeah, it was sick. I went with my girlfriend who was playing as well, and we stayed at this girl's house in Airbnb, and then we like rode around on scooters and just saw loads of music and drank beer. Like, it was really good.
Okay, well, if you ever come out again, you have to let me know. We have extra space, little guest house. Like, you must stay with us.
I would love, honestly, I really like the city as well. I'd love to go back. I really would.
Do you have plans to like play the US? I feel like there's definitely a market for you here. I mean, obviously we're in COVID, but like in the future, is that like touring and stuff?
Yes, it's definitely the plan. I think the focus definitely is going to be the UK and Europe, especially, now immediately. But definitely, it's on the list. So.
Oh, I so hope that happens. So what does it mean to you to have, to continue to grow a platform that can give people their first shot, where you can be a gatekeeper and open figurative doors to change people's lives?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, the craziest thing is I've seen how it can change people's lives, and, from a track someone's made in their bedroom to then getting played on this show on Radio 1, then I can send it to Pete Tong or Annie Mac or Danny Howard, and they can play it, and then a record label might hear it, and then that artist can get signed. And I've seen it literally with those artists you've mentioned, like Blueprint, Prosper. It's it is crazy, but I love being able to do that for people and to help them. I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it because I just love helping people, I love connecting people, and I just feel like it's the job I was born to do, because I just love it, and making new friends as well, and it's all just ties in, and I think it's a really beautiful thing about being a radio presenter.
It feels like these people become family to you too,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And like you continue to support and encourage each other. And that is, I mean, as an artist, that's so important to have that community.
Yeah, 100%.
So cool.
Yeah, and I see like people remixing each other, working together as well. And it's just, yeah, it's just great. Love it.
So cool. And this kind of leads me to my next question. Still only 3% of producers are female. Crazy. So tell us how your new initiative, Future 1000, is going to change that.
Yeah, so we literally launched this the other day. It is initiative, to try and get 1,000 girls, trans and non-binary people under 18 into dance music. So it's free, so anyone based in the UK can sign up to it. It's basically like a video course, so you can, which I've done all of them, like you can learn how to DJ and how to produce music. There's radio skills, how to do a radio show, and just general advice about how to, what the industry is, what a manager is, how to get an agent, all these different things. And I really hope that it makes a difference, because I think it is for young people as well. Like it's all about visibility. And like I remember when I was at school, I would never have thought I'd be a DJ, because you think of like Calvin Harris or David Guetta, like back then, like guys, you wouldn't think a girl could do it, or anyone else. So I think I really hope people see it, and people who are like, they'll look to me and they'll look to all the women who've been sharing it as well and be like, oh, I can do that, I can DJ, I can make music or be involved in the music industry. And that's the whole point. So I really hope we get to that 1,000, and I hope we can just keep doing this and keep growing it.
I absolutely love it, because the biggest barrier to entry is definitely you cannot be what you do not see. It's so real and so true. I didn't think that I could be a producer until I heard that Grimes produced her own records, and then a light bulb went off.
Love Grimes.
I know, right? Oh, she changed my life. Doesn't even know she changed my life.
Same. Honestly, that Visions album was one of that kind of got me into dance music, I would say.
How cool is that? Oh, we just connected on a whole other level. I love this. So I am dying to attend a Utopia party one day. Tell us about this party, and what is the feeling you want to leave people with when they attend the event?
Sure. So Utopia is, my events brand, but it's kind of a lot more than that as well. It's basically is my like vision for community, and just a night of like, you're going to see like a lot of familiar faces or people you don't know. You're going to be best friends with them by the end of the night, and it celebrates diversity. It's just colourful and fun, and I book my friends. A lot of them are upcoming DJs and people I'm supporting, and we've only managed to do one, which was socially distanced in September, but we're doing one in July, which we'll be announcing really soon. With a
so exciting
all-female lineup. It's going to be really cool. And so the plan is just, obviously because of COVID, we haven't been able to do as many, but we've really the plan is to just get that up and running. We've got about 2 more this year, and then a few more next year already booked in, and just want to keep growing that community and connecting people. And we've also done a virtual conference, Utopia Talks, which is kind of going into sort of that more talk-led conference vein with Utopia, and again, similar thing, like helping new artists, giving advice, and that was really cool doing that. So I just want to expand it in so many different avenues beyond just events as well.
So awesome. Okay, I have a hard one for you. If you were to play a Utopia party tonight, what would you open and close the party with?
Oh my god.
I know. It's honestly one of the hardest questions that you could be asked, but I had to I have to know what you would say.
Okay, let me just have a think of any song.
Yeah, go for it. Take your time.
I'm just gonna have a quick look at Record Book.
Yeah, do it. I love that. Also, I never remember the name of tracks personally, because I'm like, I know what they look like on my stick almost. It's a weird like. Yeah.
Oh
honestly,
my god.
that was maybe a really mean
question.
Okay,
I'm just gonna look at some songs. So
I love this. Really, I'm just trying to like get into your brain so I can know what to play.
Open and close. You know what? I'm gonna go for Open. Do you know Absolute, the producer?
Yeah.
Absolute. He's got a new track. He's actually got a mixtape coming up tomorrow. But his new track is called, it's like French, it's called like Sage con une image. There you go.
Ooh.
It's like super fun, disco, high energy, kind of wonky. It's a good track. I'd open with that.
I love that.
I
Okay.
definitely butchered the pronunciation of the name. So let's just call it Sage, shall we?
Perfect.
And end on, ooh. Why have you done this to me, LP?
So I feel,
Evil.
honestly, if somebody were to ask me this question, I'd be so pissed. So I'm so sorry. You also listen to so much music. How do you even pick this?
I think I'd
I'm
end
like,
on
I've been-
classic, I suppose. Maybe
Ooh.
like Octave 1 Blackwater, because that's just like a fun,
Ooh.
I don't know, that's just a
Love
fun,
that answer.
fun
I
track of
love that
togetherness.
answer.
Yeah.
Dude, the
We'll go with
classics, and like also you kind of have to like let people out into the night now, and so like that is, I feel like those are the, yeah, you nailed it. I closed a lot, the last part I played with an ABBA track, so yeah, I think that's perfect. Well, thank you so much. Seeing you exist in the world and absolutely crushing it gives me some of my deepest inspiration to believe in myself and keep grinding. So thank you so much for being you and doing what you do. It has been an honor to have you on Femme House Radio.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been great to connect with you. And
This is LP Giobbi.
Listen up, children.
You are listening to Femme House Radio
I said listen up, children.
on Diplo's Revolution, Sirius XM.
A wonderful night is made as much by the dancers as the music. Guided as much by the spirit of joy in the room as by the hand which reaches for the next record. Each of us has a role in tonight's experience. We all play in the band.
This is LP Giobbi, and I founded Femme House, a 501c3 foundation and educational platform that teaches the technical areas of music making for women, non-binary, trans, and other marginalized gender identities. Every week, I will be interviewing and spotlighting women in music while bringing you the best dance tunes from around the world.